This is Jeff Weissler. I'm from Conscious Wine. Welcome to Chew on This, episode number 5. So on each episode, what do we have? We taste a wine, we pair it up with food, we get into an idea, and then we do something extra. We've got a couple fun extra things today. So today's wine comes from Lumos. So how did I discover Lumos? Who are they? So I was visiting Dominio 4, a new winery I had discovered that I fell in love with. And part of it was their biodynamic orientation that I absolutely adored. And when I first visited Patrick from Dominio 4, one of the owners, what happened was they were painting their brand new warehouse and winery in McMinnville, Oregon. So in my home I can do things like this. So as I was talking to Patrick, I met a gal named PK McCoy, who was one of the partners of Lumos Wine. And she gave me a half bottle of their Pinot Noir on the way out the door that day. I loved it, enjoyed it, savored it, and wanted to know more. And when the time was right, we spoke to them, checked out the winery, and I went to visit Lumos. Their property at Wren Farm is their home property, which is outside of Corvallis. And there was a gathering for a group from Gathering Together Farm, which is an amazing, amazing, amazing farm that has a restaurant that you can check out. And visiting them, I really got a chance to really get a feel for the sustainable, holistic point of view that and spin that Lumos put into what they do. So that day I met Di Crisp, and Di and PK are partners and in Lumos Wine Company. So I really enjoyed that time there. The next morning I met Di over at Temperance Hill Vineyard. One of the vineyards, a vineyard that he manages, and some of the wines from Lumos come from there. This is their 2008 Lumos Wines, 2008 Temperance Hill Pinot Noir. So let's see what we get. I like the nose. Lots of fruit on the nose. So kind of like almost like a crushed raspberry, cherry, what's called brambly kind of character. And remember these fun wine words that wine people use? Mostly we use them to keep us going and get creative in using language. So there's a real cherry, plum, crushed raspberry kind of quality to the aroma on this. Lots of fruit, a little bit of earthy thing going on. Remember, we're doing a freshly opened bottle here too, so these ones will change a lot once open. So what shines here right at the beginning right now is how really beautiful acidity, really beautifully balanced, very juicy, red fruited. It's really got that cherry, raspberry, plum thing. Very, very juicy, really nice, really good length. You can tell how with a little bit of air and oxygen it's going to open up and more layers are going to come out. Immediately makes me think food, which we'll get to in a second. I love the way the lingering here is really going on and on in my mouth, which just shows me how the wine will open up. Beautiful sense. It's almost like oregano and thyme are the two herbs that come to mind in tasting this wine. Okay, the next part of our show is what to pair this with. So what's popping in my mind is two things. One is pork, like a pork tenderloin, and the other is duck. And I love the idea of taking the flavors that we taste in the wine and having those be incorporated into a sauce that could then go on the food. So imagine then maybe like a cherry raspberry reduction with a little bit of red wine and maybe some thyme, and that gets reduced and that goes over a pork tenderloin and then gets served with this wine. I think that'd be yummy. Just saying that and then putting my nose back in the glass, I can see how that would be a really, really nice fit. So what's wonderful here is in no more than 3 or 4 minutes, the wine is already starting to open up. It's getting a little smoky quality, so its richness is starting to come out. So whenever you can, decant the wine. Get the wine out of the bottle into something other than the bottle, and it'll allow lots of air space to be in contact with that wine to really open that wine up. So love it. Really delicious wine. So the next part of our show is today's concept. So today's concept that we want to introduce is a big one from my experience at Lumos, sustainability. So what is sustainability about? What is it? What isn't it? What do different certifications mean? And what is a conscious wine perspective on sustainability? So to learn more about how we feel about that, check out the Conscious Wine fan page on Facebook. And we will spend the next 2 weeks telling you all about different things about sustainability. There will be posts about sustainability over the next 2 weeks. So last thing on our show today is going to be something special, something exciting, something interesting. And what we have that's really interesting right now, what's going on right now, and a lot of you probably know about it, is our contest, our opportunity to win a trip to the Willamette Valley of Oregon, where 7 people, including myself, so it'll be 6 people and myself, will enjoy 2.5 days of wine and food magic all over this area. It is awesome what's planned. Between the dinners and the vineyards we're going to visit and the experiences that are set up on the trip, I'm totally stoked, and I hope you win. So if you're not entered, how do you enter? You go on consciouswine.com and it says enter this contest, and you click on that. All you have to do to be entered is sign up for our email list, and once you've done that, you're entered. And special bonus, you can then send that invitation or an invitation to other people, and that you should have received once you've signed up. And by sending that to other folks, that gets you additional chances to win. So that's pretty great stuff. Join us, if you're willing, on Facebook for a live stream drawing for the winners to be announced. And that'll be on March 31st at 6 p.m. So hope to see you at that. One last thing, 2 last things today. First last thing is working right now on the Conscious Wine Club, which is really going to be groovy. And if you've signed up for this contest, one of the things that's going to happen is we got a little special bonus for you in regards to the Conscious Wine Club, and we'll be announcing that in 2 weeks. The next thing I want to tell you, and the last thing today, is happy spring. And what that's all about in a big way is today is the beginning of daylight savings time. So enjoy the extra time, enjoy the extra sunlight, enjoy Pinot Noir, and rock on and have a great day. See you next time. Cheers.